And we're back. Uh, we are just about to get the second race underway. It's just about, I don't know, a minute or so until we get going. So, back over to Sledgen and ZS Roach we go. Good luck, have fun for game 2! Someone might take the win in this game.
Could happen.
Yeah, someone might win.
Someone indeed.
Actually, it would be quite incredible to see a draw in this tournament. See
Would
both
that be
runners.
what, like a tie?
Yeah. I don't know the window. Like what the point is considered to be a draw. It's either 5 seconds or 3 seconds. I think. It's something like that. But yeah.
That'd be quite impressive. I mean, you'd have to go to game 3 first, though, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, hopefully.
it's gonna have to be frame counted. But yeah, we are gonna go into game 2 now. Gonna see both runners do another game against each other. Anything could happen in this game. Who knows? Maybe Qentiko will win and we will go to game 3. Let's find out.
Hopefully we don't have any troubles with the intro clip. Both of the runners should be sufficiently warmed up. Hopefully the nerves have calmed down a little bit. And ready to see some clean gaming all the way to the end.
Yeah, so as we explained last time, you can climb a specific spot on a stalactite in the intro to climb jump and clip out of bounds, and then do some out of bounds movement to skip the Zelda text triggers of when Zelda talks to you in the intro, so that we can save a minute and go straight to Ganondorf to trigger the cutscene. So let's see both runners go for it. I know that they had a little bit of trouble with it last time. They both get it first try.
Ooh.
Oh.
RedSlay actually getting stuck in
Oh,
the
I
crouching
got
position.
soft lock.
Yeah.
Oh, that's really unfortunate. Yeah, sometimes you can get stuck when you clip through a ceiling and Link is just crouching there. And it's pretty rare, but it has happened to a lot of people, including
Nothing you can do about
me
it.
and RedSlay here. Yeah, it's just gonna have to reload a save and go again. So Qentiko has gotten all of the out of bounds movement. So he is actually gonna be quite ahead here.
Yeah, taking the early lead will be nice for him, especially considering his PB is, you know, a little bit behind where RedSlay's last tournament run performance was.
Yeah.
So getting that early lead is going to be really nice for setting him up to win this one.
Qentiko did manage to make it to a cutscene, though he did fall a little bit there.
Yeah.
But yeah, RedSlay is going to be following behind him. I can't exactly tell how far behind RedSlay is, but looks to be around 25 seconds, maybe 30.
I would say that's probably about 25, yeah.
Yeah, Qentiko only 1 second behind his PB there. So that's very clean.
Yeah, very good out of bounds movement. A little bit of a hiccup, but nothing too major. So there were a couple ways that you can clip out of bounds. When you do the intro clip here, you can go like up and just immediately start running, or you can grab the wall and have to do a little bit of climbing. Sometimes you get stuck in the ceiling, like RedSlay did. Trick is very precise, but there is a little bit of wiggle room, and it can result in some very interesting scenarios. I think a couple of people have fallen and like almost all the way down and had to do like 3 climb jumps just to get all the way to the top. So there is some variance there, which most of the runners have figured out how to deal with. So RedSlay being very quick on the save there was very nice.
Yeah, even with the backup, still getting intro clip really cleanly, and yeah, it's really unfortunate to see that soft lock happen. There's not much you can do about it, and you don't see it very often.
Fortunately, it's one of the less bad soft locks that you can encounter throughout this run.
That is true. There
are a couple more.
Yeah. There is a soft lock in Demon Dragon that I've seen before.
Yeah, that one's a run under. There's one on GSI as well. If you forget to drop your Zuggled shield, so it's specifically for RedSlay because Qentiko doesn't Zuggle his shield, you can, and you fuse to it, it'll actually just soft lock your game. It'll freeze, and you just have to restart it.
I didn't know about that one.
Yeah, you have to do the entire fuse shrine again, do the Zuggling again, on top of, waiting for the game to close and reopen and load your save, so... It's very important to make sure you're paying attention to everything that you're doing. I think it actually happened to Sirius in one of the tournament runs. I believe he just forgot to drop his shield, fused a bomb to it, and it crashed his game, so...
I feel like it happened to someone.
Hopefully it doesn't happen to anybody else. Not too many runs left of the tournament, but you never know.
Yeah. So, unlike last time, where we saw RedSlay around 30 seconds ahead of Qentiko, we have now seen Qentiko 30 seconds ahead of RedSlay. So, you can really see that anything can happen in these runs, because that's only the first 2 minutes of gameplay. But yeah, gonna get into cog skip very shortly. Gonna see Qentiko do it in around a minute from now, after he grabs the Decayed Master Sword.
I think every runner who has participated in this tournament has seen the intro cutscene probably more times than they would like to. It's very long and unfortunately unskippable, but at least you get a little break in between runs.
Yeah, you can take a break. You can multitask during the cutscenes.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. Gonna see Qentiko slash these vines and then get to cog skip. We do know that RedSlay got it third try last time and Qentiko got it first try. If we see it the opposite again, that would be funny. Qentiko
Getting in
going
position
for...
very quickly.
Yep.
And he gets it.
First try
very
again.
Clean.
Very nice.
Being consistent with cog skip is one of the most important things about running this category.
Yeah.
And really just this game, actually. I think there's not a single category where cog skip is not the correct choice.
Yeah, Great Sky Island 100% used to not go for it, but yeah, I think every category goes for it now, as it's just the Wings chest is something you can't really ignore. Oh no.
RedSlay having a couple issues here.
He
did
did
get
make
it
it
and
up to the
fell
ledge,
off.
but accidentally jumped off. Yeah, I guess in Hundo it doesn't really matter, but I wouldn't be surprised if they went for it.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised either. Time save is time save.
Yeah.
40 seconds, you know?
You know, you get fifth try cog skip, you gotta reset that 100% run. Which is, by the way, a 30-hour-long category.
RedSlay having a couple issues with the movement, but managing to make it finally.
Yeah. So, Qentiko grabbed some tree branches for Zoggle Overload Arrow Smuggle later, again. Or at least I believe he did. And he has got a pretty decent lead ahead of RedSlay now.
Still, RedSlay 1 for 4 on these tree branches. Pretty unlucky.
Yeah. RedSlay is gonna go for Wing Flip though, so he could still get back his lead easily here.
Yeah, and like we saw with the last match, Qentiko is going for the Daruka amiibo, so there could be a chain of unfortunate scans where he just doesn't get it for multiple scans in a row, and that could actually cost him a lot of time if he has to reload a save if he doesn't have enough amiibos. But we do see RedSlay grabbing, getting the stick on the second bush, so not having to spend too much time on that.
Yeah. And on the other hand, though, Qentiko is not going for early ascend, but it is easier to not go for early ascend. On the other hand, in a no reset environment.
Yeah, much safer, much more consistent. But RedSlay does want that time save, especially now when he's a little bit behind like this.
Yeah. Luckily, he does have a win to fall back on. But yeah, we're gonna see wing flip from him here, or an attempt of, or an attempt at wing flip. It's very precise the way you do this, and
Looks
yeah,
good.
that's 2 for 2 on wing flip. That is really really good, and going straight for a nosedive on the wing here.
Lands right in front of the construct and gonna get that pro pad.
The camera kind of zoomed in there.
Yeah, the wing can cause some funny camera angles. Sometimes you can land the wing like slightly on top of the construct's head, and you just kind of look at the floor.
Yeah, it is pretty funny.
We see Qentiko going to Temple of Time now, going to make his way to the door. Just gonna place the wing down and jump off.
Oh yeah, I was so focused on the what he was doing that I didn't notice if he got an autosave or not. Hopefully he didn't.
The height looked fine. It looked about the same as the last one, so it should be good.
Yeah,
And
because
I think he would also probably wouldn't have stayed on the wing.
Yeah, I am pretty sure there's like a plane in which the game gives you an autosave, like above the lily pads that you have to avoid. And yeah, dropping the wings at Temple of Time
Oh, he
again.
did get an autosave. Okay. So he was too low. So he actually is going to abort the early ascend plan and is just going to do the same route that Qentiko is doing.
That's unfortunate. So yeah, that is the
Cotter's right.
commentator's cursor right there. Me saying that RedSlay could fail it, and that will help Qentiko with his consistent strats.
These things do happen, and it's just something that the runners are gonna have to deal with on the in the tournament setting.
Qentiko still getting that wing drop there. I know that that wing drop in that specific way with only one wing can be quite tough.
Maybe grabbing these bombs again.
Yeah,
and I do believe RedSlay is actually going to need to grab some food here to get some health. Because he is on 1 heart, and is actually going to take another full heart of damage on the way up to the Ascend Shrine.
Yeah. RedSlay is going to have to go through the bottomless cave normally. Went on the bottom wing there. That was almost a little bit nerve-wracking, but...
I don't think I've actually ever seen anybody go on the bottom wing.
Yeah, I thought it was going to jump onto the top one.
Yeah, gonna grab these peppers here to get his health up.
Oh yeah. You can definitely forget about that. If you, like, take a heart of damage from wing flip or, like, an extra void out if you failed a wing drop earlier on.
Yeah. But it shows that he is very familiar with many routes of this category, which is extremely important when running a no reset run. Gotta have all of the backups in place, because anything could go wrong. But we have Qentiko entering Ascend Shrine now. Gonna be hopefully doing the same thing that he did last time, throwing a bomb at Billy, grabbing the bow, and then making his way to the end of the shrine.
Yeah. I wonder if RedSlay is going to be killing the construct in the same way as Qentiko this time. Not Qentiko, RedSlay. I keep getting them messed up. But yeah, Qentiko still managing to keep his lead here.
Yeah, it would be interesting if he decided to not go for Daruku Amiibo because of his lead.
Oh
Because the
yeah,
Amiibo could put him a little bit behind, but it also could put him even further ahead.
because I guess Qentiko might be watching the match whilst he's playing.
Yes.
Some people don't like doing that, but some people do.
It is allowed, so he's not doing anything illegal, but yeah, some runners prefer to just exist within their own run. And again, we see Billy getting totally destroyed.
Yeah,
Starting to feel bad for him.
getting demolished. I'm never gonna feel bad for Billy after what he did to all of my runs.
Just dodge.
Sometimes he snipes you.
He's very talented with the bow. I'll give you that.
Yeah. Sometimes he just does. It's very rare though. Oh, RedSlay actually missing the bomb twice. I feel like
those didn't
the
look like they
hitbox-
were missing.
Yeah, it looks like the hitbox must have like barely missed. Cause yeah, that must have like barely missed.
Yeah, that was extremely close on both of those throws. That was pretty weird.
Or maybe Billy is just built different.
Might not get this cycle here. It's going to be tight. Very, very close.
I think he's fine. He's probably fine. Oh, okay, he is fine. But that was pretty close. But yeah, Qentiko finishing up the cutscene whilst RedSlay starts it. So yeah, I assume RedSlay will be going for Fleet Lotus Seeds for speed food from the amiibo again. That is RNG, but the RNG isn't too bad. So, like, it's okay to go for in a no reset setting. But Qentiko, I guess we're just gonna have to see what Qentiko does. I feel like he's gonna do Daruka amiibo again, but we're gonna have to see.
We'll see in a moment here.
Yep.
We have the
At the
gambling
one.
yet again.
And he
And
gets
he gets it on 2 again.
What?
That is incredible. That's incredible.
Do you know what happened in Sirius versus Gymnast? Sirius also got it twice in that.
Huh.
I just what?
Yeah, that's the math doesn't work out on that.
Yeah, the RNG shouldn't that okay.
Shouldn't happen. He got a sapphire and a topaz too, so
Oh, that's just very rare.
the sapphire is actually not useful in this run because
Oh,
it
yeah.
doesn't do
That's
the same
working.
damage, but it is. I think it's still quite like the same rarity as the other gems. So getting 2 is yeah, extremely uncommon.
Yeah, the reason why the Sapphire isn't useful is because it freezes the enemies instead of stuns them, and you'd have to unfreeze them in order to
Ooh.
damage them again in the army fight, which is why it's not useful. Oh, RedSlay
Yeah,
accidentally
RedSlay
dropping
dropping
a
a
bomb.
bomb instead of a wing.
That's a little bit
I think you may need to
scary.
refresh RedSlay's stream. I think you're a little bit behind on that.
But yeah.
Yeah, it does manage to land on the wing though, so
Yeah.
not going to see him falling to his death anytime soon.
And as I said before, really anything can happen. We now see Qentiko with a multiple minute lead. Probably, I want to guess around 2 minutes?
Yeah, I would say
Maybe
around 2
more.
minutes. Especially because RedSlay's going to be grabbing the pot here, cooking his food, grabbing the ruby as well. So 2 minutes seems like a pretty good estimate.
And yeah, those keys in the bottomless cave can be annoying. You can see one chasing RedSlay down there. As we see Qentiko do some nice movement in the Fuse Shrine, just before he will set up for Zoggle Overload Arrow Smuggle in just a minute.
Getting an unfortunate bounce with that chest bomb.
Yeah. That can sometimes happen.
Only gonna lose a couple seconds, but it is a little bit annoying. There are actually, there's a filter between amiibos and no amiibos on the leaderboard, but for the purposes of the tournament, it's up to the runners to allow amiibo or not.
Yeah.
And both of them agreed.
Both of the runners agreed to using amiibo in this match, but they did both go for different strats with the amiibo, as you just saw. Qentiko not going to get speed food at all, but going for the Daruk amiibo for a gem for the army fight, whereas RedSlay just went to get speed food from the amiibo and nothing else.
Yeah, and the Daruk gamble actually paying off for Qentiko both times, in about just the best way you can ask for.
Oh yeah, it looks like that was actually a
Ooh.
gold for RedSlay entering Fuse. Qentiko should have
He
set
used to
up...
stick to his stick instead of the bow,
okay.
so he had to go grab it.
I was watching RedSlay. Looks like this construct skip is going to be pretty good.
Yep.
Yep, and there you go. We skipped the cutscene trigger for the construct fusing the thing to its weapon. That saves at least 10 seconds, probably more. I know that the
Qentiko
cutscene
on
is
pretty
around
good
10
pace here.
seconds long. Yeah, Qentiko's on good pace. The only time he lost was in the Ascend split. Pretty much. There's a few other minor time losses, but really nothing major.
Gonna see some mid-air bomb duping from RedSlay in the Fuse Shrine here.
Yeah, whilst you jump up on there, as we see Qentiko doing this precise setup. Yes, there is a showing of the bracket on Challenge, organized by SR Tape here. I don't know if there's a command to link it, but it does exist. And yeah, Qentiko doing the arrow flight whilst RedSlay sets up Zoggle Overload Arrow Smuggle. Looks like Qentiko's going to be good. And yeah, he did make it. This is really a turn of events we're seeing.
A very, very clean arrow flight. We're going to see RedSlay doing the menuing as well for the Zoggle Overload. And hopefully, Qentiko can get the Alter Hand flight this time.
Yep, and that is RedSlay going for the construct skip, that very fast setup for it.
Should be good.
Yeah, just did a little bit of a fall damage cancel, I think, there. Just in case. But yeah, Qentiko now doing the Ultra Hand Shrine. I think... Yeah, I think he's going for the Arrow Flight again. Same as last time.
I've got faith.
Oh yeah, he does get
and he gets
enough
it.
speed. You're right to have faith.
Not exactly the
Commentator's curse is
fastest
just
launch you could get, but
yeah.
very, very, very good.
Also the commentator's blessing.
Yeah. We see RedSlay doing the arrow flight as well to Ultra Hand.
Yeah, both runners seem to be very consistent at this, as it is literally a trick that some people use a metronome for.
RedSlay was a little bit low near the birds there, but did get his height.
I think he looks okay. Yeah, he's good. a little bit to the left there, but otherwise, we are loading into the Ultra Hand Shrine. As Qentiko did the arrow flight from Ultra Hand to Temple of Time. Yes, there are many tricks in the speedrun that require playing on older versions. Quite a lot, including intro clip, Zuggle Overload, Arrow Smuggle, Ganondorf Zuggle at the end, which is most effective on version 1.0, and lots of other things. So, but there is like quite a lot of differences when it comes to versions in this game.
Yeah, RedSlay did a wing flip early ascend, which is at the
RedSlay,
moment I think a 1.0 only trick.
wing flip is possible on later versions, but it is very difficult. And RedSlay getting some really nice speed in Ultra Hand there.
Yeah.
I remember he went for the safe strats in Ultra Hand before, but I guess he probably knows he's behind, and so he's going for riskier strats.
Yeah, we're gonna see some hopefully some really clean movement from RedSlay as he tries to make up this gap here. He's been doing a pretty good job since Ascend, so
Yeah. Qentiko still managing to keep that lead, though. Staying within 10 seconds of his PB.
Qentiko about to warp to recall. Again, doing the little jump there before opening the map so that he doesn't get the little animation of the prayer pad coming out.
And now we are going to see them do a little bit of movement towards recall. Doing a little bomb jump up here, but you can jump onto a little ledge there that you can ascend up to.
Yeah, older routes used to do a shield jump onto a little ledge that's semi-submerged in the water, but it's just barely enough for Link to stand on and use Ascend to get up. But with the introduction of all the bomb shields everywhere, it is just faster to use a bomb shield to jump up.
Yeah.
These bomb shields really are just the solution to everything in this category.
That is true.
And we have Qentiko getting the recall arrow flight, this time with all the speed intact.
Yeah, and
Making it
making
in
the
time.
cycle. Very nice.
Very, very solid.
Alright, and we are gonna see him finish GSI after this. I do like that little arrow flight he does towards the end of the Great Sky Island. Where
Yeah,
instead of
it's pretty good.
that, yeah, instead of that precise ledge bomb, he just runs off a little edge and does a little slower arrow flight just to implement in there.
Hey, consistency, it works. Safer
Yeah.
strategies.
Indeed.
Sometimes it's not about the fastest. Well, only sometimes.
Well, in a tournament setting, sometimes
Okay.
it's more about consistency.
Maybe not the best. Maybe not the best sentence.
Yeah. In speedrunning, sometimes it's not about the fastest. Nah.
I mean, it doesn't matter if you die, right?
In a tournament.
Yeah, yeah.
Consistency is probably a very good thing to go for
Yeah, it's
in a
important.
tournament.
Speed is important too.
Yeah, and speed. It's a fine balance.
Like all things in life.
That is true.
You have RedSlay nailing the recall flight.
Yeah, that little ledge bomb setup. Very clean. His arrow flights inside the shrines have been very nice. He's been
Yeah, I think he got
performing,
max speed on both of them. So very,
yeah,
very
he's been
good.
performing pretty well so far. Since his mistakes early on.
Yeah, I think at this point he's only about 90 seconds behind compared to the 2 minutes from earlier. So closing the gap marginally.
Yeah, he did get a gold earlier, and a gold at world record level is pretty hyped to see. Getting the he's going to be walking outside after the recall shrine, and what that's going to do is that's going to give him a faster load. And you can just see the loading screen there, just going a lot faster than usual. Whilst Qentiko does his little arrow flight here. Oh, unfortunately missing it.
Now we're going to see the casual way of going. Just using Ascend at the bottom of each of these platforms.
I do like it when he does that little arrow flight, though. Oh, did a little cheeky one at the end.
That's a good one. And we actually had RedSlay messing up his bomb off of the wing there. I think his bomb just fell.
Yeah.
Gonna have to do
That's
a little bit of
unfortunate.
walking, but it's not too bad because of the speed food. So, and that is a 30:02 GSI for Qentiko here,
Which is 1 second faster than RedSlay's Great Sky Island last race.
Yeah. So potential for a PB here by Qentiko.
Yeah, huge potential.
Still got 50 seconds of leeway compared to his best, so hopefully things can go well.
This is looking to be a high 31 GSI for RedSlay, maybe a low 32. I think it's going to be a low 32.
Should be like a 31:45, I think.
Oh, okay. Actually, yeah, because the arrow flight is really fast. But yeah, gonna see Qentiko duping his topazes on this wing as he makes his way to the castle. Unfortunately, dropping a few there.
It's okay. Somebody can go pick those up and sell them for a fortune.
Yep. Some random NPC
yeah.
is gonna start selling those next
Yeah.
Tuesday.
It's probably where everybody gets them, you know? They just appear out of the sky.
Yep.
Yeah, 31:43 GSI from RedSlay.
Golden, for this run, there is not much difference between Topaz and the Ruby. Like, the Topaz has been, yeah, basically what Clouded has been saying, but they do both work for the army. So they're very similar. They're not the same, because they have different effects and stuff, but they are similar, and they work just as well as each other, pretty much.
There is a minor advantage to using the Topaz because
Yeah,
you
maybe.
can actually do a slightly different version of Aerosmuggle, Shock Aerosmuggle, which
that is
is
true, actually.
Like I think it's like quite a fair bit faster than doing the Zuggle Overload, but it is you do have to do the Dirk Amiibo, so the RNG can be pretty bad.
Yeah.
Qentiko not quite getting the first try clip, not getting the second try either.
That's gonna give RedSlay some time to catch up.
Yeah, hopefully the next one can get in.
Yeah, I know RedSlay goes for a slightly different spot here. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, they actually go on opposite sides of this room. I'm not sure which is easier or which is faster, but just personal preference, I guess.
But yeah, Qentiko gonna go for his consistent ragdoll clip again, I assume.
Yep.
Still ahead of RedSlay by, I want
Probably
to
about
say,
a minute and a half, maybe a minute.
Yeah.
At this point,
like a minute 20, something like that. He's gonna go for that quick full damage cancel. his consistent setup, which unfortunately didn't work last time, but
There we
does
go,
work
getting
this
it
time.
first try. Gonna make his way down to the army and then begin the end game.
Yeah, so unfortunately lost a little bit of time to that clip, but still ahead of RedSlay.
And
is
technically still able to PB here.
Yeah, if he plays really well, then he can.
RedSlay doing the ragdoll clip as well.
Yeah, diving past the collision, doing the ragdoll clip, getting the speed food, which can be pretty useful for the Ganondorf corridor if you don't use arrow flight. But recently there's been a new arrow flight in the corridor leading up to the Ganondorf fight. I don't know if RedSlay goes for that in its non-tournament runs. Oh no.
Qentiko hitting himself with the topaz. One of those alphas moved into the way and caused it to detonate just a little bit early. That's extremely rough.
And because he didn't go for the depths autosave, he's gonna have to spawn all the way back up at the castle. That is one of the worst, like the most what's the word? It's one of the mistakes in the run you can make that costs the most time. Yeah.
And another thing to note is he's going to lose arrow smuggle as well because of the death. So he's going to actually have to do the old method of clipping.
He did get it
is slower,
well.
And he did it very quickly. But it's going to make him lose some time on the later clips after army as well.
And that's
the fall damage cancels as well.
Yeah, that's extremely devastating for him because he was actually ahead of RedSlay up until then, which would have gave us a game 3 if he won.
RedSlay could still make a mistake, and Qentiko could come back into the lead here, but...
Yeah, it is not over yet. But as we draw closer to the end, it becomes more and more likely. Though we'll have to see. Almost anything can go wrong in any percent. If you've watched people run this category, you'll probably have seen some weird things happen in this category. All sorts can happen.
RedSlay finishing up army very nicely. Gonna make his way to the clip spots now. And hopefully Qentiko won't have any troubles with the Lozalphos wave this time.
Very nice clip from RedSlay. Qentiko gonna get that boss Boko horn.
Is it just me, or did the topaz clouds seem just a little bit bigger than the ruby ones? Like, visually?
No, I think I agree. Yeah, it does give a bigger effect. I thought he was gonna die when he was running towards that.
Yeah, I mean, they seem really close to him. But like, he's definitely throwing in the same distance.
I would really like to see a hitbox viewer for the ruby and the topaz and see if they're the same.
Anyway, making people's Alphas wave very cleanly.
Struggling a little bit with the map Zoggle, but he's going to be stacking a bunch of weapons on top of each other to make the Ganondorf fight a lot easier and a ton faster. As RedSlay finishes up the Gibdo wave. Man, this is extremely unfortunate for him. Oh, throwing the ruby through the poisonous Gibdo spit there. My heart stopped a little bit when he threw it.
Actually missed the last Gibdo. Didn't actually notice that.
I'm gonna use a bomb. Did work.
Does that kill? It does. So yeah, a couple issues there for Qentiko in the Gibdo wave, but no deaths, which is what matters.
That is true.
And yeah, killing the Moblins in just 4 gem throws compared to the Ruby's 5.
That is pretty interesting.
And now, because he doesn't have the arrow smuggle anymore, he's going to have to do the old method of clipping, and these clips are actually quite tough when you don't
Yeah.
have the quick method with arrow smuggle.
You do need some good visual cues in order
Yeah.
to get them consistently.
Very precise timings and positioning is extremely important as well.
Yeah. I think they're based on Link's position and what time you cancel the jump slash. I think they're frame perfect JCCs.
I feel like I've heard a lot of people say that, so I would believe it.
Yeah. You can get the timing on different frames, but like what frame you want to get it on matters on
Your
how
position.
far Link's head is away from the ceiling. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, you have RedSlay entering the Master Sword cutscene, making a couple modifications of his own, adding around 5 halberds to the pile.
Yeah.
Qentiko struggling a little bit with the clips, but getting in there eventually. Qentiko making sure to dupe this horn so that he has an extra one for the Demon Dragon fight. Getting into position for the Zuggling as well. And we
Yeah,
have
so-
a pretty similar situation to the last run. We're gonna have Qentiko entering the Ganon fight when RedSlay enters the Demon Dragon fight here. Just a second.
Yeah. Still, Demon Dragon can go very wrong.
It can,
We saw
yeah.
that for Qentiko. You can lose multiple minutes on this fight really easily.
Yeah, if the wing knocks into you, it can actually just like kill you, which is pretty unlikely to happen, but it has happened to a couple runners in the past.
Oh, sorry, what did you say could happen?
The wing can that you ride from the first eye to the second eye can actually just hit you once you land.
Oh,
Or it
yeah.
can block you from like getting launched. So
Yeah, in the qualifiers, Gymnast actually hit the very edge of the wing and it like knocked him away.
yeah,
And,
yeah.
I've also seen people accidentally fuse the wing whilst they were standing on it.
Man, this game is quite weird.
Yeah, you can
Anything can happen.
yeah, you can have multiple ways of dying and losing your run. But RedSlay does seem to be getting the cycle okay here.
Yep, jumping off of the perfect spot to land in that third eye here.
Yes, Qentiko just does his final Flurry Rush on Ganon. In a weird spot for this little bit here. Got stuck on a bit of an edge there. I know that the third eye can be really annoying for the launch off of it, but he does get it.
And he does have
like
the speed food too to make it a little bit nicer.
Yeah, looks like his 2 cycle's gonna be okay. But he still could get knocked off. He missed a slash.
Should be fine.
Yeah, should be fine.
Yep. He'll be good. And then he's going to do these Maz doors to line up the fast Demon Dragon head here.
Yeah. The only real way Qentiko could come back from this is if RedSlay
He'd have to die right now.
has trouble with this.
Even if he failed 3 times, I think it would.
Okay, he'd have to close his game now.
Yep.
But yeah, he's gonna be in midair for that final hit to make that load faster. And yeah,
That's
RedSlay
extremely solid Demon Dragon.
behind at the start and coming back at the very end because Qentiko lost 2.5 minutes to Army, which is just
Extremely
so
unfortunate.
yeah, so devastating to see that in a semi-finals game 2. As otherwise we could have gone on to a game 3, but yeah.
Did we get a
Not
44-30?
over until it's over. But we will see him entering Demon Dragon and RedSlay about to press 2 buttons to get to Zelda. And the analog stick, I suppose.
He's got to hold one of the buttons.
He's going to have to hold one of the buttons. Then he's going to have to tap A. And then he's going to have to hold A.
He's actually going to have to press the home button and then close the game.
This is...
It's a new strategy. It's actually a lot faster.
Yep. Totally. Yep, this is by far the hardest part of the speedrun. But, yeah, that is going to be a 44 from RedSlay. Just grabbing Zelda's hand. 44-28. And there we go.
That's GG.
That is GG. So, he was behind at the start, but he managed to come back at the end and won against Qentiko due to that death and army, which is extremely unfortunate.
And Qentiko again, getting a little bit unfortunate with the placement on the eye, having to die here on the wing in order to restart the fight.
But yeah, GG's on your run.
Congratulations.
Yo, thanks for the GGs.
Yeah,
I can't believe it started with the soft lock clip. That's so funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did manage to come back though. As do you watch the match whilst you're playing?
Yeah, I was watching, but I didn't quite see what happened.
So Qentiko died in the army fight. But
Yeah, he threw
before
a
that,
topaz into
was,
Los Alphos, and it
yeah.
just barely hit him.
Before that,
That's
he was
unfortunate.
ahead.
Yeah, he was like a minute ahead. Out of like GSI and stuff.
Yep.
Getting the stamina glitch there.
Yeah, your start was a little bit rough. Not quite getting the well, you got the wing flip, but hit the checkpoint there, so had to resort to going to Alphos pit.
I think I got the like fake thing where it doesn't autosave, but it still sets your respawn position at the start of GSI, so I just ran off the wing.
I think it was probably a safe bet, compared to like respawning at the lake. Probably would have lost you a fair bit of time.
Yeah.
Still,
yeah, very solid run.
Going for that 2 cycle. And yeah. Again, another really impressive time, despite the mistakes early on. Got some really good arrow flights during the shrines. Got some really good speed.
Yeah, your ultra hand flight was, I think, like the fastest you can get, which is really, really nice to see.
Oh, Qentiko was unfortunately not going to get the fast final hit. I don't know if he still got the regular 2 cycle.
I think he was a little bit slow with the eye, and that's why he's doing his monsters here.
He's going to have to wait a cycle.
Or he can try to land on the head, which I think is what he's trying to do, but...
yeah, you can always try, but... Yeah.
Yeah, got hit by the meteor, so...
That's relatable. Well, if it wasn't for that, Death and Army, you guys would probably be neck and neck right now. In Demon Dragon.
Yeah, it was a very close race, up until the death point, and even still, entering Demon Dragon, it was like maybe 2 minutes behind. So very, very clean from both of you.
Unfortunately got hit by Gloom Ball, but he's still gonna make it. Yeah, doing that final hit, wants to get it in midair.
Tears of the Kingdom probably the only Zelda game where you can finish with 2 heart containers.
That is, yeah, that is probably true. Unless there's some sort of a weird glitch you can do in, like, Ocarina of Time, there probably is. But, yeah, that is Qentiko getting the 2 cycle, but unfortunately having to wait 1 for being slow on this final eye. But still, very solid run, apart from the death and army.
Yeah, extremely impressive.
Yeah, multiple highlights of that. Including being 0.4 seconds ahead at Temple of Time.
Yeah, getting a 30.02 GSI is very, very nice.
Like, about the same as RedSlay's GSI in the first race. But yeah, we're gonna see a 49 from him. And again,
just gonna have to dive down this.
after dying in army. Yeah, sub 50 after dying in army, still very good.
Yeah, dying in army is definitely the worst part of the tournament runs.
Yeah, dying in army is one of the most costly things you can do. Yeah, I reckon that's a 49... 49.30.
GG.
97. There you go. And on race time, that was a 49.32. So there we go.
GG's, Qentiko.
Thanks, GG's to you.
GG's.
Congrats. Another crazy run. Let's go. It's pretty unfortunate to me being killed in army by my own topaz.
Yeah.
Oh.
Was that just because of like a Los Alphos just getting in the way, or was it a missed throw?
No, I just missed my throw. I was how to say? Yeah, I just threw in a right, and the Zephos were too near to me, I think.
Yeah, that's rough.
Yeah, but otherwise, my JSC was pretty clean, so I'm glad about it.
Yeah, the beginning of your run was really, really solid.
Yeah, exactly.
You were on very solid PV pace, leaving GSI, so it's unfortunate to see the death there.
Yeah, I got 3 fake clip in the castle too. So yeah. And I could be killed in army, just make me lose. So, but yeah, GG's RedSlay. You're better. You're better than me, GG's. And yeah, I have a nice final. Good luck for the final.
Yeah, could have gone to game 3, but RedSlay will be moving on to the final.
Not quite yet sure who the opponent is, but we'll find out tomorrow.
We'll find out tomorrow. RedSlay, what are your thoughts going into the final?
Oh, I'm hyped. I'm hyped to see who wins tomorrow. See if a third 1.0 runner will fall to Nogan and Dougal.
We'll see. Maybe if he practiced it, then it'll be fine. But who knows?
Anything can happen.
Yeah. Final on Sunday, of course, and gonna be hyped for that. I think you're gonna be going for all the same strats as today, I assume, RedSlay, for the final?
Yeah, might as well do all the strats.
So, yeah, there we go. GG's to both of you on your runs. Lots of highlights in there.
A really great showing from both of you.
But, yeah. That's all I have to say.
Thanks for tournament. That was pretty fun to do.
All right. Unless anyone has any other final thoughts, we're going to wrap this up. So if you have any.
Make sure to watch the match tomorrow. It's at the same time as this one. Sledgen versus Jim. So going to be a good one to catch.
Monka S.
Yeah, you beat me to that. So we're going to go raid Nuki Dog, who is running 100%. But we'll be back here on ZSR with the Zelda 2 randomizer grand finals, games 2 and 3 in about 2.5 hours. And tomorrow at 9 a.m. Eastern Time, which is, I think, 3 p.m. UTC, we've got the Wind Waker randomizer blind free streamer race, which was incentive from the Ricky of Kokiri-thon. And as they said, 3 p.m. tomorrow Eastern, I think that's 9 p.m. UTC, there is the second semifinal between Sledgen and Gymnast. So thank you everyone for watching. Hope you have a good rest of your Friday and have a good night.